This is nice and comfortable. Good driving position. If I want to do my 10 and 2, hands are just at the same height as my shoulders roughly. Oh my gosh. Imagine if this vehicle's seat was all up here and in one position only, and my steering wheel was down here, and I had to drive like this. I'm trying to give you an idea that I'm trying to compare this to riding my motorcycle. You'll see in a few minutes. This is very uncomfortable, but car manufacturers give us the ability to tilt our steering up and down. Right away I've given me more clearance, get my legs in a more comfortable spot. Wow, what a luxury being able to actually choose where I would like my hands to be on the steering wheel, the distance I have from me to the steering wheel, and the room I have for my legs. What a novel idea, putting all these features into an automobile. Imagine if they would let us do that on a motorcycle. So herein lies the problem. Motorcycle handlebar height. This is what this video is all about. I was in my truck showing you that I can get different positions for sitting, and I can create a comfort zone. I can have my hands higher, I can have my hands lower. I want to be able to do the same on my motorcycle, and I want to be able to do it legally. It's easy to do. There's many different variations of handlebars that you can buy. There's different types of seats that you can buy. Some are set back further, some are set back forward, some are a little taller, some are a little shorter. And the reason for that is, as in my truck, we are all different heights. I'm 6'4". Some of you watching this might be 5'5". Can you imagine a 6'4" tall guy like me with size 13 shoes trying to put my feet into a size 5 boot? It's not going to fit. Can you imagine me just trying to take off my jacket and go and put on a little kid's jacket? It's not going to fit. So why would anybody in their right mind think that handlebars should not be adjustable on a motorcycle? Well, in Ontario, Canada, we have a law that states that our handlebars, the top of our handlebars, which could be the crest, not necessarily where you grip, has to be no higher than 15 inches from the top of the seat when depressed by the rider. So you cannot have a measurement any higher than this. So what that does for me on a motorcycle is I sit on a bike and I'm sitting down there and my hands are around here somewhere, and I just do not have the proper control because I'm a tall person. I'm not the only tall person in Ontario. There is others, so I think it's time that we had the law changed. I've been lobbying for this for a couple of years now, and a lot of friends and a lot of other people have been doing the same thing. We just have to get maybe a video going here like this to really demonstrate to the non-riders, or the people that don't ride bikes, which are the ones making the laws and the rules. So my bike has tall handlebars on it. This is going to look a little outrageous when I first open up the bike, and everybody's going to look at it and say, oh my God, that's outrageously high. There's no way that the law should say that we can have handlebars like that. And it's all about perception. What people think they're seeing and what they imagine. And I park my bike in places and people will look at it. I get some admiring looks of my bike. I'll just place the seat back on. It's off right now because I'm charging the battery. So when my handlebars are straightened out, you saw how tall they were and how tall they are when they're straight. So now when they're straight, from my handlebar top to my seat is approximately this much higher than the legal limit, but it fits me perfectly. When I sit on my bike, I am in a very comfortable position. I'm sitting here. I can't straighten it up right now because there's a few things blocking it. It's in the way. That's to give you an idea. Now, I've had a lot of people come up to me when I'm not on my bike and go, wow, how do you ride that bike with your arms up like this? It's perception. They're looking at my bike, they think your arms are up like this, but honestly, I'm not one of those little people. I'm not a person that's in my 5 foot area. I'm 6'4". When I'm sitting there, the angle of the camera doesn't show it very well, but when I'm sitting on my bike, my hands are approximately here. So I'm not quite at the top of my shoulders with the tops of my knuckles. Very close, but I think that we should be allowed to go up there rather than having my hands down here. I have a lot more power and a lot more control of my bike if I can push, steer, and move and generate some power with my hands up there. If I'm down here, it's awkward. My lower back gets sore, my middle back gets sore, my neck gets sore, my shoulders start to ache. But when I have bars that are on at this height, if I put my backrest in here when I go on a trip, got something to lean on, I'm comfortable, I can have as much control of my bike as I need. I've taken many safety courses along with other people. I've done the full lock figure eights before and with other people. I don't have a problem controlling my motorcycle. People might think that you do because they see the tall bars, but until you actually live it, you have no idea. So what we want to do is get together and try and write the Ministry of Transportation of Ontario. Mr. Honorable Bob Chiarelli is the Minister of Transportation at this point. I started writing back when Kathleen Wynne was the Honorable Minister. I got a letter back from Kathleen Wynne's office that said the reason the handlebars law is at 15 inches is so that you don't block your visibility with your hands while you're riding. Really? So my eyes, I guess, are in my shoulders, because when my hands are here, I can certainly see above my hands, but maybe some people's eyeballs are down here or something. And I could see if it was up here, it could present a problem for a blind spot, similar to on a car with pillars and mirrors and stuff. They have blind spots also. I ride a motorcycle because it has a lot of headroom, it has a lot of visibility, but I want to be comfortable. Let's get this law changed.